Today on 9 News Mornings, Congress is returning from recess and gun control is one of the biggest topics up for discussion this after several mass shootings over the weekend.
Plus, a program that set out to the streets of Denver to make a difference is now seeing success. The STAR program is looking to expand, and a request for funds is on the City Council's agenda today.
The Marshall fire left a lot of people rethinking their own neighborhood plans. One Colorado town is already changing how they want to protect their community.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Hope you guys had an awesome weekend.
Jet
setter here.
Yep. It was fun. Went to Austin. I have to say, I never want to live in a humid climate ever again. I forgot how bad it was for my hair. Yep. Sweat off all your makeup.
Yep. Dry heat's where it's at.
Yep. Yeah. Colorado wins, honey.
Pretty darn good climate here.
Yeah.
And pretty nice weather coming up this week. About what we expect for this time of year. But summer is coming on the 21st, and we're going to get a little taste of real summertime weather coming up. I think Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we could be into the 90s.
Whoa.
Wow.
I like it.
You like that, don't
Bring it on.
So that's the way it's going to go. We do have a chance of an afternoon shower thunderstorm. One or two could reach severe levels, much as we saw over the weekend. But you can see this morning we have mostly clear skies, just a few clouds in the horizon, and the temperature stands at 57 degrees. Kind of a mild morning that's going on. As you can see on the radar, we do have some showers and thunderstorms that'll line up on the futurecast this afternoon. Again, one or two could reach those severe levels. And then overnight, we see some rain showers. This little pink area here, that's some snow showers at the very higher elevations. Tomorrow afternoon, more showers and thunderstorms. Yes, one or two of those could be severe. So today, 82 degrees for a high with an afternoon shower thunderstorm. 81 for tomorrow, 80 on Wednesday. Kind of see a pattern here. Thursday, though, a little bit warmer as we get to near 90 degrees. Still a chance of an isolated storm. We see that into the weekend, but a warm up for Sunday and Monday.
Ed, thank you so much. We want to get you out the door this morning as we take a peek at how things are moving out here on I-25 and Lincoln Avenue. No issues to report. Smooth sailing on both sides of the interstate this morning. Ramps are clear as well. The big picture quiet so far this Monday morning. If you're traveling into Commerce City, no problems for you just yet. Westbound 76 drive-in from E470 will take you 10 minutes. Both sides of 270 right now completely in the green. No issues on I-25 if you're traveling into the Thornton North Glen stretch, so that's great to see. I-70 commute between I-25 and 225 under 10 both ways for your eastbound or westbound drive there. And then I-25 in great shape between downtown and the tech center right now. You've got a 14-minute drive southbound, 14-minute drive northbound, and then a check on I-25 here between E470 and I-70. 9 minutes for your southbound ride and a quick 12 minutes for your northbound drive.
Erica, thank you. This morning, a search for suspects in shootings nationwide. Let's start in Aurora, where police say at least one person was shot inside a business overnight Saturday. The address where it happened matches a nightclub on Jamaica Street near Colfax. Aurora police say the shooting victim got themselves to the hospital. They say they don't have any suspects right now. But if you were in the area on Saturday night and you didn't talk to police then, they do want you to give Crime Stoppers a call.
3 people are dead, at least 14 others hurt after a shooting at a nightclub in Chattanooga, Tennessee, just before 2:45 a.m. on Sunday. Police say some of the people who died were hit by bullets. Others were hit by cars in the chaos right after the shooting. This is the second mass shooting in Chattanooga in the last week. In that case, 6 teens were shot and hurt during a fight on May 28th.
And then in Philadelphia, 3 more people dead and at least 11 others shot on Saturday night. Police said someone fired into a crowd on South Street. It's a popular late night spot in downtown Philly. Police say there were at least 5 guns involved in the shooting, but they couldn't say how many shooters. They haven't caught any suspects yet. We've been covering some really heavy topics lately. If you need someone to talk to, there's help available. The number for Colorado Crisis Services is on your screen right now. It's 844-493-8255. Or you can text TALK to 38255.
A nonprofit in Aurora is working to get off the ground again in response to the recent mass shootings across the country. The Colorado Resilient Life Center was started in 2018. They were working to host all sorts of classes, more than just group therapy, everything from cooking, dancing, and painting. But before they could start, the pandemic happened, and they've been inactive for a few years now. Megan Dearman is a co-founder. Her cousin, 6-year-old Veronica Moser Sullivan, was killed in the Aurora Theater shooting. Megan says this is all about providing a safe space for people to heal from any trauma.
We see now more than ever that we have an opportunity to gather the community and share gifts with one another that we have that can help us all through these hard times.
Dearman's mom, Heather, is the CEO of the 720 Memorial Foundation. The Resilient Life Center plans to partner with other nonprofits once it gets going again. Right now, it's looking for volunteers and a place to house the nonprofits.
Today, the U.S. Senate returns from recess. The House will be back tomorrow. The House Judiciary Committee is expected to meet this week to consider 8 different gun control measures.
And it would be packaged as the Protecting Our Kids Act. Among the bills are plans to raise the minimum age for buying semi-automatic rifles from 18 to 21 and banning large capacity magazines. Now, a bipartisan group of senators has been meeting virtually while on recess to talk about gun legislation. One thing they've discussed: red flag laws, which allow a judge to remove a gun from those threatening to harm themselves or others. Colorado already has a red flag law, and it went into effect in January 2020.
Tomorrow, several municipalities in Boulder County will consider tougher gun legislation. The Boulder, Louisville, and Lafayette City Councils and the Superior Board of Trustees could vote on a handful of ordinances around gun sales and ownership. If the bills are passed, you wouldn't be able to buy or own so-called assault weapons or concealed carry in city and town buildings. They could also institute a 10-day waiting period for any gun purchases and ban ghost guns. Those are weapons without serial numbers that are usually assembled by the user.
While politicians debate gun control, the U.S. Supreme Court will soon rule on the most significant gun case in a decade. New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus Bruin is a case brought by gun owners in upstate New York. They say the state law is unconstitutional because it leaves it up to local officials to decide whether a person has good reason to get a concealed carry permit. A New York City lawyer told the Washington Post if the court decides the law is unconstitutional across the country, lots of laws will be invalidated right away. The court will issue its decision by late June.
One of Denver's programs, which dispatches licensed mental health professionals instead of police for certain 911 calls, might be getting even more money to expand. A bill is up for final consideration at tonight's Denver City Council meeting. Jordan Chavez is live outside the city and county building this morning. And Jordan, this is happening almost exactly 2 years after the STAR program launched.
Yeah, hey, good morning to you, Corey. So this launched, back in June of 2020. And for most of these past couple of years, the STAR program has really only operated on about 1 to 3 vans in order for these mental health clinicians to pair up with these Denver health paramedics to respond to some lower risk 911 calls. So they're looking to try to expand their fleet and really help out with some more of this money. Now, recently, back in February, the City Council unanimously approved $1.4 million to expand the program, and they wanted to use that money to also add an additional 3 vehicles to their fleet, making 6 total at that time. They also added more mental health clinicians from Mental Health Center of Denver and more paramedics. But tonight, the City Council is considering giving the program more than $500,000 on top of that $1.4 million, and they want to use that to add 5 more vans to the team to use. And again, this one is up for final consideration, as you mentioned, Corey. Now, at the time of the last expansion, this team had already responded to more than 2,700 calls. We are still waiting to learn what the updated numbers are to include the past 4 months. Of course, once we learn those, we will bring them to you. Tonight's meeting, by the way, is going to get kicked off with public comment at about 5 o'clock and then proceed with this a little bit later in the agenda, Corey.
All right, thanks for the update, Jordan. Today, start checking your mailboxes. We are less than a month away from Colorado's 2022 primary election, and your ballots are getting sent out this week. Ahead at 7:30, we're showing you how polling locations are testing their equipment to make sure those ballots get counted accurately.